Greetings, friends and Warhammer fans! I am Monkey, and welcome to the Box Fort. And it is, once again, time for This Week in Warhammer. And we're going to have some happy Sigmar fans, and I'm going to have to say the phrase, I'm not a Sigmar guy, quite a lot. Yes, rejoice, friends, it is the Flesh Eater's Court in full release, and I'm not a Sigmar guy, but they're kind of nice. So you have the Dawnbringers Book 4, which is the Crusade stuff, which I know very little about in 40k, never mind in Age of Sigmar. So, nice book, cool cover, like the look of it. Oh, now this is the guy that's kind of tempting me, because this is a very, very impressive model. Ushran? I don't know, I'm not good at fantasy names. When I read them in books, it's just like, I'm that meme of like, blah, 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 did this, and yes, the Mortarch of Delusion, a beautiful model. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, when this first showed up in the reveal event, I genuinely very, very nearly considered buying this. I can't, I have to behave and be sensible. Oh, but it's a very, very nice model. Continuing on, we have Fangs of the Blood Queen, which, so far as a group goes, I actually quite like. It's nice that it's not just random dudes in armor. I like that. You have, of course, the battle tome itself, because what army would be complete without their roster and rules? Beautiful covers, actually. I really do like this. One thing I've never been able to criticize in any way, shape, or form is the cover art. It's always impressive. Onto the actual miniatures of the release, apart from, you know, the Mortarch. But we have the Grand Justice Gormane. Get it? Because mane is like lock of hair, like a lion, and his is all... Yeah, I'm not sure what his battlefield role is or anything like that, but it's a very interesting looking model, and that's all I really care about. We then have the Abhorrent Cardinal. Again, like, thematically, this is a really, really nice army. Like, I don't know the backstory, but I've heard, like, hints of, like, little things here and there, and they still see themselves as, like, normal human beings, and, like, there's nothing weird going on. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please do. Generally speaking, the overarching aesthetic is really nice. Carry on, we have Royal Decapitator, who's just... I don't know, he's surrounded by heads. Just in case the axe and the name wasn't enough to give it away, he's carrying the heads around with him, guys. It's his thing. We have the Vargolf Courtier, I believe that's pronounced. I apologize if I've completely butchered that. This was one of the guys in the starter box, so I don't know if the leader of that box is already somewhere or if he's coming in a separate release later on, because I'm fairly sure that I didn't see him in this article. Marrow Scroll Hair. I have no idea if I'm saying that wrong. I don't remember seeing this miniature at any of the releases. Again, I could be wrong. Either way, again, the aesthetic. It's creepy, it's cool, it's very interesting. That's a nice model. Now, moving away from characters and onto more of your standard battle line units, we have the Crypt Guard, the wonderful ghouly Zambis, just kind of hanging around. We have what appears to be their leader, a musician who's very, very gross, a banner bearer who's very, very gross, and for some reason, the thing I find grossest about it is the saggy boobies. I don't know why, it just, that's the bit that catches me off guard. Further on, we have the Morberg Knights. Probably a stretch to call these guys knights, but I mean, that's... Who am I to question them? They're probably very, very noble in their own way. And, I mean, you know, Bretonians could ride around on flying mounts. Why can't these guys? God. Finally, we have the Flesh Eater Court's dice set, which, cool. Personally, I don't like the GW dice sets. Like, they're fine as a collector's piece, but for just... If you're just trying to buy some D6 so that you can play the game, these are undeniably the worst way to go about that. Sorry, I'm not a fan of the themed dice. Moving away from Sigmar, we are on to Necromunda with the Ironhead Squat Prospector's Champion with Mining Laser. That is a mouthful, my gosh. But this guy, I really like the look of him, to the point of I really wish that this aesthetic existed a little bit more in the Leagues of Votann. I like the Leagues of Votann. They're very cool. I do enjoy them. I'm looking forward to them getting more models in the future. Specifically a smaller scouting unit and a Dreadnought equivalent, because... yes. The aesthetic of the Ironhead Squat Prospectors personal opinion, is kind of more what I was hoping for across a wider army. On to the anniversary miniatures, we have, for the Age of Sigmar, Braki the Gilded Key. Dude's got a thing about keys, to the point of he is carrying around a key, just in case you missed that, and his axe is a latch axe, which for some reason that key seems to fit into. I'm not sure why you'd need to lock the axe, but I mean, cool, I guess? I don't know, I'm confused by the whole key aesthetic. I'm sure there's some lore thing that I don't know about that would make it make more sense, but I don't know it, so I'm gonna go with being uncomfortably ignorant. Back to 40k, and indeed the only 40k on this list, the Invocation of the Elements. That doesn't feel like a name, but cool. We have an ethereal for the Tau. Now, personally not a fan of Tau. Don't take it personally, but nice miniature. It's a nice enough miniature for what it is, and as I understand, there are gaps in the Tau range. The ethereal's kind of being one of them, if I'm not mistaken. I could very well be mistaken. I don't know enough about Tau, to be honest. It seems a bit unfortunate that the new release of that is kind of a limited time anniversary miniature. It just seems a bit of a shame, is all. We have here the White Dwarf, number 497. Free stuff inside. Cool. Bottle opener? Would you like a bottle opener? If yes, the orcs got you covered, I guess. Then we are on to Warhammer Plus, which simply reminds me that my Dark Angels are so close. They are so close. That I'm excited about. Yes, not really. So, to do that summarizing thing, when we summarize, we have the Crusade book, we have the big boy, we have the big girl and puppers, we got the big book. It's gourmet. Do you get it? Very religious boy. Not a fan of your neck boy. He's such a good boy. I got nothing for this guy, I'm sorry. We've got some saggy booby boys. We've got some honorable dead boys. Nice. Please give me Leagues of Votan. A very lucky boy. Less lucky. Doesn't look like a boy. White dwarfy boy? For the drinky boys. But yes, that was indeed this week in Warhammer. If you got this far, you have to like the video. But if you actually liked the video, please subscribe. There's also a comment section where you can tell me what you're looking forward to and how much you hated the fact that I referred to them as Zambi boys when we all know that they're ghouls, but I just feel like saying it. Anyway, get out of my box fort.